Yes, a very good afternoon. This is your host MC Simran, and I would like to invite each one of you on the behalf of Commonwealth Vocational University and its associated partners, Asia Pacific Chamber of Commerce, Belgavi Education, GERA, and CWSIR. So yes, ladies and gentlemen, now I would like to invite Dr. Ripu Ranjan Sinha, Pro Vice Chancellor, Commonwealth Vocational University, to join on the stage. Request him to please escort on dais. Everyone. Now I would like to invite Dr. Abhay L. Razi Abu Jaisir, Media Advisor, Palestine Embassy. Mr. Saifi Akhtar, Secretary Administration, All India Mili Council. Dr. Priyadarshi Nayak, Founder and Director of CED Foundation. Everyone, please, can we have a big round of applause? So now I would like to invite Ripu Ranjan Sinha to kindly felicitate and welcome Mr. Saifi Akhtar. I would like to request Mr. Bilal Sheikh to kindly felicitate and welcome Dr. Ripu Ranjan Sinha. I would like to kindly felicitate and welcome Dr. Priyadarshi Nayak. Mr. Sunil Devwadi. I would like to request Dr. Priyadarshi Nayak to actively facilitate and welcome Dr. Sunil Devwadi.
Ladies and gentlemen, my sincere regards and gratitude on behalf of the Education Fraternity of India that you have been one of the successful leader in the field of education and other fields, and you are being honored today. Warmest welcome to this August gathering. This is Dr. Priyadarshi Nayak, Principal Consultant, CBSE Resource Person, and the founder and president of Center for Education Development Foundation and Global Talk Education Foundation. Feel pleasure and feel proud that we are in such a forum, such a prestigious gathering or such a prestigious honor or award ceremony hosted and conducted by must sincerely thank the entire Vice Chancellor, Chancellor, Ministers, as well as the entire team who is working on in countries too. In CBSE, when we talk about, as I am a CBSE person, we have almost 25,000 schools in India. And we are running around 17 countries, the CBSE board. And we are expecting 7 more countries to join very recently. Friends, I must tell you that the significant effort by the educators during this pandemic time is magnificent. They have transformed themselves into a digital teacher, into a technology-based teacher. So this is something, as we can say, that they are also the COVID warriors during this time. I must say, yes, doctors, nurses, paramilitary forces, the police officials, everyone is doing their respective job and they are the true warriors, but I cannot exclude the teachers or the educators from this. I strongly believe, even if the parents and children, they are facing lots of problems, schools shut across the world. Globally, if you see, 1.2 billion of children are out of the classroom. It's not a small population. But when they are out of the four walls of the classroom, but the learning has become now digitally based, or the learning has become now blended learning. And in the days to come, very importantly, let me announce you that industry is coming up with online schooling. I can understand that technology-based learning may not be giving that outcome, learning outcome. Studying in front of a camera, studying in front of screen is not that easy when we were teaching our children in the school physically. But there is no other option. If at all you see the CBSE International or IB Board and others, the teaching methods or teaching aids were tabs earlier. There are still some countries in the world where children are learning through tabs and technology. Now, what I mean to suggest to this forum, to this platform, is that in the days to come, online learning and teaching will certainly play a very important role. And we are all, as you can see, in everyone's hand, you have a mobile phone. That mobile phone gives every aspects of information. Let me tell you, when we talk about online education and you say, sir, these children, they cannot sit for a longer period of time in front of the screen. The learning outcome is not that as comparable to the physical class. But let me tell you, there are many other options are coming up. Now, absolutely all the contents, the syllabus are being converted into magnified, or you can say a technology based, or you can say a video based learning has come up where children will take interest towards learning. The learning has converted into a digital way, or you can say it has been converted into video ways, and the content is integrated with the NCERT curriculum. So friends, teachers will take interest to teach and children will take interest to learn. You all believe that unless and until the teaching becomes interesting, children will not sit in front of anything. If at all you just take an example of any of the channel which a child likes most, suppose the Doraemon, that channel, when the children sit in front of the TV, they do not shake their eyelashes also. This signifies that wherever there is an interest, children learns there. So this technology has changed the teaching learning process. They have modified and brought up new methods by which learning can become more interesting in the days to come. This is what the post-pandemic, what I mean to suggest. In the post-pandemic, it will be a blended type of learning to happen. As a school leader, I believe and I've experienced that whenever there is a rainy day, the school shuts. No teaching, learning now. But now, everyone has learned, if at all it is a rainy day, the learning will not stop. If at all there is a strike, learning will not stop. How important is this technology and what are the advantages has brought up? You really can find in the days to come. I strongly say that, yes, the learning outcome which was happening physically, in the physical classroom, that the children will take time to get those learning outcome. But dear friends, I can understand, as a school leader, I always used to say that we have to make our teaching learning very interesting. We have to reach to the mentality of learning of a child, and whatever best can be given by the school leaders, that they are giving also till date. The new education minister has come. He has a lot of challenges in front of him, basically the national education policy. As I know, different fields people are there, but as if in the field of education, I can say, after 36 years, the national education policy which has come up in the year 2020 by the Honorable Prime Minister, Shri Narendra Modi ji, and absolutely I can say, the points which have been mentioned into the 22 pages of school education, it is absolutely praiseworthy. The thing is now that the school leaders are trying to implement it. There will be a policy to implement these things in the days to come. I feel that national education policy will bring up changes in the mind of learning of children also, because previously it was rote learning method was mentioned in other things, but now policy says that experiential learning, project-based learning, practical-based learning, these learning where the concept of the children will clear, that is being asked, that is being implemented in the national education policy. So this is my significant area, that post-pandemic, even the new minister will focus more how national education policy is going to be implemented in the school, implemented in the classroom, implemented in the curriculum, so that the learning will be more interesting, joyful, and these children can compete with the children of the world. Our children can compete with the children of the world. That is the significance of this national education policy. This was the point which I thought of sharing with you. Once again, my sincere best wishes to all of you. You have been a magnificent person, magnificent individual for which you have been selected today to be honored in this platform, and that too during pandemic. I strongly say that the team of Commonwealth Vocational University has taken up a wonderful initiative. When you will go through details how and what are the things Commonwealth Vocational University is doing, you will be astonished to know. And of course, the inspiration, the motivational, and the encouragement, if any organization does, I believe this is something true to the human nature. I once again, on behalf of the entire Commonwealth Vocational University, I must thank each one of the members that they have invited me to be a part of this celebration, I can say. And once again, best wishes to all of you. It is not the journey that will stop here. This is not the achievement once you are getting here. A lot of more achievement will be coming in your life. I wish that you all explore in the days to come. You explore in future. Let God bless you all. Thank you very much. Jai Hind. Namaskar.
And now, I guess we shall begin with our Asia Pacific Excellence Award. So for that, I would like to call our dignitaries on the stage. Dr. Ripu Ranjan Sinha,